Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Battlefield sort of a guide video where I will show you all the assault rifles within the game plus their specific weapon statistics. All these statistics are available publicly on Synthic.com, a website that not only shows BF4 but also BF3, COD Ghosts, Black Ops 2, etc. weapon statistics. Link is in the description. Now, before coming to the actual weapons, one thing that has to be mentioned is the fact that the damage done by a bullet depends on where it hits your enemy. So when it hits the enemy's chest and arms of your enemy, your bullet damage is multiplied by the factor 1.0. Let's take the AK-12 as an example. It has a basic damage of 25 per bullet up to a distance of 8 meters to the enemy. That means that one bullet of the AK-12 does 25% damage to the enemy that you hit with it, which takes him down from 100% health to 75% health. So when you hit him in the chest or arms, it does 25 damage multiplied by the factor 1.0, which doesn't change the damage you deal to him. But when you hit an enemy to the stomach or the legs, the damage multiplier is 0.93. That means that when you hit an enemy again with one AK-12 bullet from a distance of 8 meters or less to the stomach or legs, you do 25 damage to him multiplied by the factor 0.93, which leaves it to 23.25 damage, exactly. So that you, in the end, do less damage to him. And when you hit an enemy to the head, the multiplier is 2.0, which means that you deal twice as much damage as you normally would. Yep. So, same scenario, hitting your enemy to the head, you do 50% damage instead of 25. Slightly important is that the multiplier of the chest and arms gets dropped down to 0.93 from 1.0 when your enemy has the defensive field spec. That's a spec that is available for all classes of Battlefield 4. But for this video, the field specs shall be of no matter. Also important to be mentioned is that these body part damage multipliers only count for assault rifles, PDWs, carbines, DMRs, LMGs, and normal pistols, which all in all excludes bolt-action sniper rifles, shotguns, the Shorty 12G secondary, or is it Shotty 12G? Not entirely sure. The .44 Magnum secondary, and the MP412 Rex secondary. So these guns, bolt-action sniper rifles, shotguns, Shorty 12G, 44 Magnum, MP412 Rex, they have not these body part damage multipliers. Alright, now let's actually start with the assault rifles. The AK-12. The AK-12 is the first assault rifle in the list and does a maximum damage of 25 and a minimum damage of 18. And why there are these two numbers is the reason for a damage drop-off. That means that a bullet that gets shot at an enemy that is further away from you does less damage than a bullet that gets shot from you at the enemy while he's closer to you. The damage drop-off starts for the AK-12 and for basically every kind of assault rifle available in the game at 8 meters and stops at 55 meters, which means that you will do 25 damage with every bullet up to 8 meters away from your enemy, and that factor will lower the further away you are from your enemy up to a distance of 55 meters, where it will only do 18 damage, the minimum damage. Every distance beyond 55 meters doesn't have any drop-off effect on the damage you deal at all. So even on, say, 110 meters distance to your enemy, you'll still deal 18 damage to him with this gun. The AK-12 also has a fire rate of 650 rounds per minute, so RPM, that's what it stands for. Which means that if you'd attach a magazine to it that contains 650 bullets, then you would shoot all these bullets, if you'd hold the left mouse button, within 1 minute. But you'll soon see that 650 RPM is not really that fast. The reload time of the AK-12 is 3 seconds with an empty magazine and 2.05 seconds with still bullets left in the magazine. Now what does that mean? When you shoot every single bullet out of one magazine of your gun, your reload time genuinely is longer than when you leave some bullets left in your magazine. That is almost the case with every single gun in the game, except some guns, for example the .44 Magnum or the MP412 Rex, on which ones it doesn't have any effect at all. So AK-12, empty mag 3 seconds reload, still bullets left 2.05 seconds reload time, which is, as you'll see later, quite average for assault rifles, if not even quite good actually. It has 30 bullets in a mag and 31 if you still have a bullet left in the barrel. The AK-12 tends to behave like quite a decent AR, which is the short term for assault rifle, and can stay very well to the point where you aim at. It doesn't spread that much, also due to its lower fire rate. That's probably also one of the reasons why it is the first gun in the game of all the ARs available that you can use. I personally think it's quite an average gun, and therefore I personally don't use it that much. But for beginners, it is definitely recommendable.
You shoot me again.
The Scar H. The Scar H has a maximum damage of 34 and a minimum damage of 25. The drop-off starts at 8 meters and stops at 55 meters. So the drop-off is the same as it was for the AK-12 and basically any assault rifle, but the Scar does way more damage than the AK-12 per bullet. Now that is mainly due to the fact that it only has 20 or 21 bullets in the mag, depending on whether you still have a bullet in the barrel. It has a fire rate of 620 rounds per minute. Is therefore even worse than the AK-12 and almost the slowest shooting AR. It has a reload time of 2.4 seconds with an empty mag and 1.9 seconds with still bullets left in the magazine, which is really good compared to the other ARs. I personally almost don't use it though at all, which is probably mainly due to the fact that this gun already existed back in Battlefield 3, but there it was classified as a carbine, so it was only available for the engineer class. And even back then I never really liked it and therefore also never really used it. The M416. The M416 has a maximum damage of 25 and a minimum damage of 18, which is kind of the standard for the ARs. The drop-off starts at 8 meters again and ends at 55 meters. It has quite a good fire rate of 750 rounds per minute and also a reload time of 2.4 seconds with an empty mag and 1.885 seconds with still some bullets left in it. The magazine contains 30 rounds or 31 rounds with a bullet left in the barrel. So all in all, this gun is really good and definitely one of the best ARs available in the game due to its all in all really good statistics. I also really like using it and can totally recommend it. It doesn't really have any intense recoil or anything, just all in all a really good gun. The SAR-21. The SAR-21 or SAR-21, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, has a maximum damage of 25 and a minimum damage of 18 again. Drop-off starts at 8 meters, drop-off ends at 55 meters, quite the average for the ARs. And it has a fire rate of 600 rounds per minute. Now that is not really fast at all. In fact, that's the slowest shooting AR of all the ARs available in the game, which makes it quite bad all in all. It has a magazine size of 30 rounds or 31 with a bullet left in the barrel, and also a really slow reload time, which is 3.4 seconds with an empty mag and 2.3 with still some bullets left in the mag. So all in all, a very, very slow gun. I describe it as slow fire rate, slow reload time, and I personally don't really like using it. You'll also see me here in the clips having quite some pain in order to actually make something with this gun, to make something happen. It is a really stable gun, so it really stays on the point when you aim at something or someone, and therefore in that one point it is really good, but the rest is just quite bad, I have to say that honestly. The AEK-971. The AEK-971, also just known as the AEK, has maximum damage of 25, minimum damage of 18, drop-off starts at 8 meters, ends at 55 meters, the average, and now comes the magic of the AEK, 900 rounds per minute. That is the fire rate of the gun, which is just absolutely amazing. I think it is the second fastest shooting AR within the game. It has a magazine size of 30 rounds or 31 with a bullet left in the barrel, and quite a bad though reload time with 3.6 seconds with an empty mag and 2.3 seconds with still at least one bullet left in the mag. Now the reload time might be really bad with this gun, but just the 900 rounds per minute, that is what makes this gun magic. And you'll also see here in the clips, I'm just like, this is the time where I just equipped the gun, where I just equipped the AEK, and I immediately go on like a 7 kill streak or so. So it's really good. Try it out. It's hard to control because it has quite a big recoil due to the high fire rate, but it is a beast. The FAMAS. The FAMAS has maximum damage of 25 and a minimum damage of 18. Drop-off starts at 8 meters, drop-off ends at 55 meters. Always the average, and now it has a 1000 rounds per minute fire rate. which makes it the fastest shooting assault rifle, the fastest shooting AR within the game. But it only has a magazine size of 25 or 26 bullets within the mag. 26 when you still have one bullet in the barrel. The reload time is also really bad, 3.55 seconds with no bullets left in the mag, 2.8 seconds with at least one bullet left in the magazine. So the fire rate is just absolutely incredible, and only gets beaten by one gun, by a secondary in fact. And it is, yeah, in that way it's just a beast. Like you imagine you just shoot a laser out of a rifle. That is the FAMAS. That is literally the FAMAS. But you also feel like you're reloading more with this gun than shooting. And in fact, that is the fact. You reload more with it than you shoot. They seem to have increased the recoil intensely since Battlefield 3. It existed also in Battlefield 3, and now it is kind of bad. I have to honestly say that. It feels worse than in Battlefield 3. So give it a go, maybe you like it. I don't like it anymore as much as I used in Battlefield 3. The AUG A3. The AUG A3, or also just known as the AUG, I guess, has maximum damage of 25 and minimum damage of 18. Drop-off starts at 8 meters, drop-off ends at 55 meters, and it has a fire rate of 700 rounds per minute, which is basically the average, I would say. It has a magazine size of 30 or 31 rounds with a bullet left in the barrel. It has a reload time of 3.1 seconds and 2.5 seconds with still at least one bullet left in the mag. All in all, average, I'd say. Average. It isn't really amazing. It isn't really bad either. I feel like it was better in Battlefield 3, just like the FAMAS, and has gone a bit worse just in Battlefield 4. It feels like it's less on the spot. Like the recoil, I think they've increased the recoil or something like that. So I don't like it that much either anymore in BF4. I used to play it quite some time in Battlefield 3, but not insanely much.
What happens when you fuck up
the M16A4. The M16A4 has a maximum damage of 25 and a minimum damage of 18. Drop-off starts at 8 meters, drop-off ends at 55 meters, and it has a fire rate of 800 rounds per minute. Now, what is special about this gun? Special about this gun is that it has an automatic fire mode. So you can't just hold your left mouse button and go straight through all these 30 or 31 magazines that it contains, because it is a burst gun, so you have to tap, and every time you tap, it shoots 3 bullets. And besides that, it also obviously has the single fire mode that every AR has got. But yeah, it's no full auto gun, so therefore it is a questionable gun. Maybe you can handle it well, maybe you can't. That is kind of up to you then, and what you personally favor. So as I said, it has a magazine size of 30 or 31 bullets with one bullet left in the barrel. It has a reload time of 2.37 seconds empty, or 1.8 second while having at least one bullet left in the mag, which is really good. That is quite fast. And yeah, reload time is really good. Magazine size is average. Maximum damage and minimum damage is everything average. Just the special thing about this gun is that it is a burst fire gun. So you have to see whether you like that kind of stuff or whether you don't. I don't use it that much, gotta be honest. Although I used the AN-94, which was also a burst fire gun, back in Battlefield 3 loads. That was like my second most used gun, besides the UMP-45, which was ridiculous as well. I like that one quite a lot, but this one, I don't know. I don't like it that much, the M16A4. Gotta say that. The CZ805. The CZ805 has got a maximum damage of 25 and a minimum damage of 18. Drop-off starts at 8 meters, drop-off ends at 55 meters. Has a fire rate of 700 rounds per minute, just like the AUG A3 or the AUG. So quite average. Magazine size of 30 or 31 bullets if you still have a bullet left in the barrel. It has a reload time of 2.9 seconds while empty mag, and 2.35 seconds with at least one bullet left in the mag. So yeah, quite a decent up to a good reload time. Average fire rate and all the other stuff is quite average as well. But honestly, I have to favor this gun personally. This is actually my most favorite assault rifle in the game, although the clips maybe don't seem that way. But especially like as it is so good on medium and long ranges, and it is super accurate. Like it is just ridiculously accurate. It feels like it's so accurate whilst having a still really good fire rate. So I favor it. It is my my favorized assault rifle within the game. That's what I can say about it. the QBZ-95-1. The QBZ-95-1 has maximum damage of 25, a minimum damage of 18, drop off starts at 8 meters, drop off ends at 55 meters, it has a fire rate of 650 rounds per minute, which is not that good, gotta say that. It's rather in the bad bracket of the ARs. Has a magazine size of 30 rounds, or 31 when you still have a bullet left in the barrel. Has a real time of 3.5 seconds with an empty mag, just 3.0 seconds with at least some bullets left in the magazine, which is rather bad if so. And this gun, as you can see the clips, like maybe you can't really see it, but I felt it while playing. It feels really strange because it feels like the bullets don't actually hit where your sight might show you they should hit. So therefore, it feels really strange. I have to say that. Although I got some good shots here, but it feels really strange. I don't know why it does so, but it just feels strange. And it also, I don't know why they have these gun switches now in Battlefield 4, but it used to have its little brother in Battlefield 3, the QBZ-95B, which was a carbine, so available for the engineer. That one was quite good actually, but this one, I don't know, I don't really like it that much, gotta be honest. The Ace-23, coming to the last gun, and the probably most favored gun within the game. The Ace-23 has maximum damage of 25 and minimum damage of 18. A drop-off starts at 8 meters, drop-off ends at 55 meters, fire rate of 770 rounds per minute, which is rather good. And has a magazine size of 30 rounds, or 31 when you still have a bullet left in the barrel. It has a reload time of 3.1 seconds with an empty mag, or 2.1 seconds with at least one bullet left in the magazine, which is, if so, rather good. But all in all, you can't do bad with this gun. It is so good. Like, I can't even entirely say to you why it is so good. It is just really good. It has good accuracy, and you'll see loads of people using it. It is just probably the most used AR of all of them available in the game. Although I personally favor the CZ805 still. That's my favorite one, but what the people think is the favorite one is surely the Ace-23 of all the ARs available. So yeah, I hope you like this sort of tutorial video that might have helped you a bit in the game if you are... No, wait, no outro yet. I forgot one gun, the L85A2. Why did I forget that gun? Because it's not yet in the list of Battlefield 4. But it is in the list of Battlefield 3 weapons, so therefore I just assumed that the statistics might be more or less, if not just completely the same. So the L85A2 has maximum damage of 25, minimum damage of... I'm just going to assume 18, from damage drop starts at 8 meters and stops at 55 meters. I'm just going to assume it's that. Has a fire rate of 650 rounds per minute, which is, if so, rather bad. But the advantage of this gun is that it is just extremely accurate. You can't handle even the accuracy. Like, it is as accurate as the SAR-21, and this gun is like the, if not the most accurate gun of all the ARs available, at least in the game. Therefore, they are in that point quite similar and just super accurate. It's got a magazine size of 30 or 31 rounds with one bullet in the barrel. Where does it actually say the reload? It's got a reload of 3.35 seconds with an empty mag and 2.8 seconds with at least one bullet left in the magazine. So it's got a rather bad reload, a rather bad fire rate, but it's just really accurate. That is what just makes this gun quite outstanding, I'd say. And it's just got this super cool reload animation when you have no bullet left in your mag, how he just like switches the gun in his hands. That's pretty cool. So yeah, quite a good gun, I'd say, all in all. Really stable. That's the advantage of this gun. And now the outro. So yeah, I hope you like this sort of tutorial video that might have helped you a bit in the game if you are new to it. Maybe you are, you know, Christmas has just gone over. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe there will come some other guide videos, and I shall say goodbye for now.